Did you know how a tiny seed grows into a towering tree, or how a single cell develops into a complex organism? These examples are described by the science of self-assembly or self-organization. This world is teeming with tiny builders working tirelessly, guided by nature's blueprint to construct everything from majestic coral reefs to intricate snowflakes. This process, known as self-assembly, is a fundamental principle of nature and is prevalent in every nook and cranny of our universe, from the cosmos to the cellular level. It's the secret sauce that enables life to exist and flourish. But beyond the realms of nature, this principle holds immense potential for us, humans. From building nanoscale robots to developing advanced materials and technologies, self-assembly could be the key to unlocking a myriad of possibilities. So, are you ready to explore this microscopic world, to uncover the secrets of these tiny builders? Now let's delve deeper into this microscopic world and uncover the science behind self-assembly. So what exactly is self-assembly? It's simpler than you might think. Imagine a group of Lego bricks tossed into a box. Now picture those bricks coming together on their own, without any external guidance, to create a fully formed structure. That, my friends, is the essence of self-assembly, albeit on a much smaller scale. Self-assembly is a process where individual components, driven by specific sets of instructions coded within them, organize themselves into ordered structures. This process is ubiquitous in nature, seen from the molecular level in the formation of DNA helices to the macroscopic level in the formation of galaxies. But what drives this seemingly magical process? The answer lies in the principles of thermodynamics and kinetics. Thermodynamics, in the context of self-assembly, is about achieving a state of minimum energy or maximum stability. The system, left to its own devices, will always gravitate towards this state. Kinetics, on the other hand, refers to the speed at which this process takes place. It is the study of the energy barriers that need to be overcome for the system to reach its stable state. To illustrate, think of a ball rolling down a hill. The ball will naturally move towards the bottom of the hill, its position of maximum stability, or minimum potential energy. The speed at which it does this depends on factors like the slope of the hill and the ball's initial position. This is analogous to the concept of kinetics in self-assembly. But don't mistake self-assembly for directed assembly. While they may seem similar, there's a crucial difference. Directed assembly involves an external force or influence guiding the assembly process, like using a magnet to arrange iron filings. On the other hand, self-assembly is entirely spontaneous, driven by the interactions between the components themselves. That's the basic groundwork. Now let's delve into the different types of self-assembly. From molecules to cells, self-assembly is everywhere in the natural world. In this realm of tiny builders, we find an array of different types of self-assembly, each with its own unique properties and applications. Let's first dive into the world of molecular self-assembly. This is where the magic starts, with tiny individual molecules. Here, we encounter peptides, DNA, and surfactants. These are the building blocks that create life and the world around us. They assemble into complex structures, forming the basis of proteins, genetic material, and even the soap we use to wash our hands. It's like a puzzle that pieces itself together, all thanks to the inherent properties of the molecules involved. Next, we have colloidal self-assembly. This type of self-assembly involves particles that are larger than molecules, but still small enough to be influenced by thermal motion. We're talking about nanoparticles and microparticles here. Imagine a crowd of people, each person representing a particle. If the crowd were to organize itself into a perfect formation, that would be akin to colloidal self-assembly. It's a concept that's used in a variety of applications, from the manufacturing of optical devices to drug delivery systems. Finally, we come to biological self-assembly. This is nature's masterpiece, where cell membranes, viral capsids, and tissue organization take place. It's like watching a city build itself, with each cell, each organ playing a crucial role. It's a process that's vital for life as we know it. Each type of self-assembly, whether molecular, colloidal, or biological, plays a fundamental role in shaping the world we inhabit. They are the silent architects, the unseen conductors orchestrating a symphony of order from chaos. It's fascinating, isn't it? But what drives these particles to assemble themselves? Let's find out. Just like magnets, certain forces drive these particles to come together. Now imagine a world in miniature where particles, molecules, even cells are compelled to assemble into intricate structures. What are these unseen hands that guide this dance? Let's delve into the forces that drive self-assembly. At the heart of self-assembly are the forces that dictate the interactions between particles. Vander Waals forces, named after the Dutch scientist Johannes Diederik Vander Waals, are one such force. These forces arise from the transient fluctuations in the distribution of electrons around an atom, leading to temporary dipoles that attract other atoms. These are the forces that hold nonpolar molecules together, a subtle but essential glue in the microscopic world. Next on our list is hydrogen bonding. It's a type of dipole-dipole interaction that occurs when a hydrogen atom, bound to a highly electronegative atom such as oxygen, nitrogen, or fluorine, is attracted to another electronegative atom in a different molecule. Hydrogen bonds lend water its unique properties and hold together the double helix of DNA. Then we have pi interactions, which occur between aromatic rings, like those found in benzene or DNA bases. These interactions are crucial in molecular recognition and the assembly of complex structures. Beyond these, there are electrostatic and magnetic interactions. Electrostatic interactions occur between charged particles, either attracting or repelling them, while magnetic interactions involve the alignment of magnetic moments like tiny compass needles in a magnetic field. Finally, we have entropic forces, driven by the system's desire to maximize disorder or entropy. In self-assembly, these forces can drive the organization of particles into structures that increase overall system entropy, like the assembly of a virus capsid from individual protein subunits. So, we've seen the forces at play, but how do we study these tiny structures? Well, that's a tale for our next scene. For now, let's marvel at the invisible forces that shape our world. From the microscopic to the grand, it's a dance of particles, an ode to the forces that bind. Examining self-assembling structures requires some high-tech tools. Just as an artist uses a variety of brushes to create a masterpiece, researchers utilize a plethora of techniques to study the magic of self-assembly. Among these tools, electron microscopy stands out as a prominent player. Scanning electron microscopy, or SEM, bounces a beam of electrons off the surface of a sample to create a detailed image of its topography. On the other hand, transmission electron microscopy, or TEM, sends electrons through a thin specimen, providing a peek into its internal structure. But there's more to this toolbox than electron microscopy. Enter atomic force microscopy, or AFM. This technique uses a tiny probe to feel the surface of a sample, mapping out its ups and downs like a hiker traversing a mountain range. AFM doesn't just create beautiful images, it also measures forces, making it an invaluable tool for studying the interactions that drive self-assembly. Beyond microscopy, researchers also harness the power of X-rays. X-ray scattering techniques scatter X-rays off a sample and analyze the resulting patterns to deduce its structure. And let's not forget about spectroscopy, which uses the interaction of light with matter to reveal information about a sample's composition and structure. It's important to remember, though, that these techniques aren't used in isolation. Instead, they often work together like a well-tuned orchestra, each playing its part to compose a comprehensive picture of self-assembly. For example, electron microscopy might provide a high-resolution snapshot of a self-assembled structure, while X-ray scattering could offer insights into its overall organization. These techniques, while advanced, are not the end of the story. The field of self-assembly is continually evolving, and with it, so too are the tools used to study it. New methods are being developed, and existing ones are being refined, expanding our ability to probe and understand this fascinating process. With these techniques, scientists can peer into the world of self-assembly, but what can they do with this knowledge? The possibilities of self-assembly reach far and wide. This process, rooted in the fundamental forces of nature, has a vast array of real-world applications which we're going to dive into now. Let's start with nanotechnology and materials science. Here, self-assembly is a game changer. Imagine constructing complex structures with features at the nanoscale, one atom at a time. It's like building a skyscraper from the ground up, but on a much, much smaller scale. This precise control allows for the creation of remarkable materials, including nanowires, photonic crystals, and even self-healing materials. Yes, you heard that right. Materials that can repair themselves, all thanks to self-assembly. But the applications don't stop there. In the biomedical field, self-assembly is revolutionizing how we approach health and medicine. It enables the design of tiny drug delivery vehicles that can navigate the body, delivering medicine precisely where it's needed. It's also playing a crucial role in tissue engineering, enabling scientists to cultivate tissues in the lab that can mimic or replace damaged ones in the body. And let's not forget about biosensors, devices that utilize self-assembled structures to detect biological signals, from glucose levels to cancer markers. And what about our environment? Here too, self-assembly is making waves. Researchers are developing self-assembling materials for water purification, capable of removing heavy metals and other pollutants from our water supplies with impressive efficiency. And in the energy sector, self-assembly is contributing to the development of advanced materials for energy harvesting, harnessing the power of the sun, wind, and even thermal energy more effectively. As powerful as self-assembly is, it's not without its challenges. But these challenges, as we'll see in the next scene, are part of what makes the science of self-assembly so fascinating and worthwhile. Like any scientific endeavor, self-assembly comes with its own set of hurdles. First and foremost, we grapple with controlling the fidelity and defect rates in self-assembled structures. The beauty of self-assembly lies in its capacity to generate complex structures from simple components. However, this very complexity can lead to errors. For instance, a slight deviation from optimal conditions can cause the assembly to veer off course, leading to defects in the final structure. This is a significant challenge, especially when the structures in question are nanoscale, where a single defect can have substantial effects. Another challenge is scaling up self-assembly from laboratory to industrial production. The conditions in a laboratory are meticulously controlled and the scale is often minuscule. But when we attempt to scale up to industrial levels, it's a whole different ballgame. It's like trying to bake a loaf of bread the size of a football field. The ingredients may be the same, but the process and the challenges are entirely different. Lastly, we must address the environmental and health implications of nanoscale self-assembled materials. While these materials hold immense promise, their impact on the environment and human health is not fully understood. For instance, what happens when these materials enter the water supply, the soil, or our bodies? Are they safe, or could they have unforeseen effects? These are questions we need to answer as we move forward with this exciting field. In the face of these challenges, the scientific community is not deterred but motivated. We are constantly innovating, developing new techniques and models to improve fidelity, exploring scalable methods for industrial production, and conducting rigorous studies to ensure the safety of nanoscale materials. Despite these challenges, the future of self-assembly is bright. We are only at the beginning of this journey, and while the road ahead may be filled with challenges, the potential rewards are immense. So let's march forward, learning, innovating, and building a better future one molecule at a time. So, what does the future hold for self-assembly? As we venture further into the 21st century, it's clear that the realm of self-assembly is set to expand in exciting and innovative ways. One such direction is the development of programmable self-assembly. Imagine designing materials that can assemble themselves into complex structures on command, all based on a set of instructions embedded within their molecular blueprint. This could revolutionize everything from medicine to manufacturing, allowing us to create intricate devices and treatments with unprecedented precision and efficiency. But the innovation doesn't stop there. We're also seeing the emergence of dynamic reconfigurable systems, which take self-assembly to the next level. These systems aren't just content to assemble themselves once. They can also disassemble and reassemble into different configurations, adapting to their environment or fulfilling different functions as needed. This adaptability could open up new possibilities in areas like robotics, where self-assembling robots could perform complex tasks or adapt to unforeseen challenges. Finally, let's not forget the role of artificial intelligence in shaping the future of self-assembly. Machine learning algorithms are becoming increasingly adept at predicting self-assembly pathways, helping us understand how different factors influence the assembly process. This could accelerate the design of new self-assembling materials, as we can use these predictions to guide our experiments and optimize the assembly process. But this is just the tip of the iceberg. As our understanding of self-assembly deepens and as our technology continues to evolve, who knows what other breakthroughs lie in store? We might see self-assembling cities, self-repairing machines, or even self-assembling life forms. The possibilities are as vast as they are thrilling. The future of self-assembly is full of exciting possibilities. So stay curious, keep exploring, and join us next time as we uncover more scientific wonders.